tips, tricks, and tools to do it much easier because I struggle, I'll admit. And I know most of us do. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Rachel, and let you take it over.
Hey guys, how are you? How is everybody? Good.
Great.
Okay,
So really
awesome.
fast, last 15 minutes, I'm gonna give to open questions and answers. So you can put them in the chat box, but I'd appreciate it if you could just stay on mute so we can let her get through the presentation. And then I promise you can ask her all the questions that you would like, and she will be happy to answer anything at the end. Sorry, Rachel.
Yeah, ask as many questions as you would like. I'd love to answer all of them. A little bit about me. This presentation is obviously going to be about using ChatGPT and Canva, which is all going to be free to you, so no cost. I've done this personally. I'm 20, so not a lot of funds when I first started or anything like that. And it was very important to me to find something that was efficient, as well as giving me time to do my personal life. My parents were graphic designers when I grew up, so my mom made logos and my dad made websites. They were trying to do it together, but sometimes trying to own a business together during a marriage isn't the best idea. So what we did, what they did was they had me helping them when they were making logos. They would say, hey, what do you think about this? And I kind of learned a lot about marketing as I was growing up from there. I think that when I started this business, the most important thing to me was being known. So that comes with making a brand. And to do that, I used resources like making presentations like these, having the same colors or the same fonts in everything that I do. I'm purple, if you can't tell. Everything's been purple so far. But other than that, I have if you guys wanted to take a look at anything that I have, my social media is on these, as well as the North Carolina EXPYP page. I'm one of the North Carolina state leaders for our Young Professionals group. So that's why I've been invited to talk with you guys. And that's a little bit about me. The first thing that I want to talk about is just in general, I think a lot of us joined EXP for the fact that you can do it at home. The office is very easy to navigate. You have everything at the touch of your fingertips. On top of that, I also explain this when I'm doing listing presentations or talking to my buyers. 85% of people are shopping online, whether it's through the MLS with their agent, through Zillow, through literally anything else. Half of it is online, and 95% of those people are on social media. And I'll explain that when I'm at my listing presentations too, on here's why we're going to market it on social media. Here's why we're going to be using this instead of using this. And I really want you guys to take away from this class. Here's how you can kind of pull the new digital shift that we're seeing into your business and making it a bit easier for you. But in general, ChatGPT, I'm sure that we've all heard about it. If you haven't, I'm not sure where you've been. It's everywhere. So ChatGPT is AI. It basically creates text generations. I think that if you have ChatGPT Pro, you can make images and stuff, but I don't have Pro. I just use the regular version. For kind of a reference, I'll usually use it for if I'm making an email, if I'm making content. I've done it to make content calendars. So as far as I'll be like, what should I post for the rest of the month? And it'll give me 31 prompts to use. And then I can go back whenever I'm laying in my bed, make something on Canva using those prompts. And it kind of takes away a lot of the thinking for it, because I'm usually laying in bed on my phone anyways. You can also do this to do property descriptions, which I'm sure that a lot of us have done. If you haven't, it's a great idea. Just type in, what should I do for my property description? It works. And then you can also use it to make cold call scripts if you guys do cold calls. And if you have frequently asked questions, you can make scripts for those frequently asked questions. We're going to touch a little bit on Canva today. And if you guys would like, then near the end, I can go through and show you guys how I make things on Canva. I personally do door hangers for open houses. I make it look like a wedding invitation, so that way people are more likely to open it or look at it when it's on their door. I'll do it for my social media, and then I also do it for flyers in person. So this is a graphic design platform, but it's very easy to use because there's already preset templates that you can use. And this presentation is going to be about combining those together. Like I've said, content calendars, things like that too. But in general, when I'm using Canva in social media, that helps for consistency reasons. Like I said, it's a template. So for the most part, if you're using the same template or you're using the same colors or you're using the same fonts, it's all going to look very cohesive to each other, which is going to add to, oh, I keep saying purple. Why is the purple reminding me of Rachel? You know, you can also use Canva to do videos. Right now, videos is a very big thing, especially if you're using Instagram or anything like that too. Instagram, make a 1-second video and you can add text onto it through Canva. You can also add captions. The way that I'm combining them is, like I said, I do content calendars. So let me stop sharing my, not stop sharing my screen, but let me close this out really quick so that I can show you guys exactly how I do this. But I will go through and let's say that I'm on ChatGPT. Look, you can see I was writing an email right here, but I will say, let's say, can you make me a content?
How about a content calendar for for aging, for people that are aging in place? Because most of us are working with the older demographics that want to age in place, but we want to help them sell their homes. So maybe we can create something around real estate, something helping them sell their homes when they can't age in place. Does that make sense? Let's see what it comes up with.
So let's see. So see, it will give you week 1, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it even gives you captions. And what you can do if this is not helping enough, you can say, can you expand on these and give me a longer caption for this? Or you can say, can you give me design ideas for it? And from there, half of the work is already done for you. You just copy and paste this. I'll take this and I put it in my notes half the time, and I'll just look back on it whenever I'm, like I said, laying in bed trying to make it. But it made that in 2 seconds. My brain's not fast enough. I could never. So that helps. I'll also sometimes use it where, like I said, I'll import that content into Canva. You can also, if you would like to, and I can go more into that later, but you can go into your social medias and schedule the posts. So once you go into ChatGPT, it makes the content for you, and then you make it on Canva. Then you can schedule it to post whenever you would like. I like to sleep in, so I schedule mine to post earlier in the morning, so that way I can sleep in. Easy enough. This is really going to help you with your routine in a way of, it's going to be more automatic for you. It's going to be more efficient. So what I typically, the reason that I like doing this so much is because it gets my name out there without me putting in so much of my time to get my name out there. Obviously, you want to pair it with another form of, I do open houses, but it is in a way a form of lead generation. So this helps so much because you'll have people who are seeing your face everywhere that they go, and they will message you. I believe I was telling Heather earlier, when I first started and I had started doing this, I had people who were vendors and they would reach out to me. And my first lender that I ever met was like, I would never usually work with a newer agent, but your stuff looks so much more professional than I've seen from other agents. And I'd just like to get to know you. And so it kind of leads you into, oh, people are reaching out to me for the way that my stuff looks. Another way that I do this is I'll go onto ChatGPT and I'll make up a bunch of comments. I'll say, hey, can you write me a comment for someone who's asking for a local dog groomer as a real estate agent or stuff like that. So that way, when I'm going into Facebook comments, I will copy and paste the thing that ChatGPT gave me because it's all in my notes, copy it, put it into the comment, put whoever I'm recommending, and then say, by the way, if you ever have any more questions about the area, I'd love to answer them. I have a personal relocation guide. It has all of these on it. So I'll kind of go there just by helping people asking for things that aren't real estate. And I use ChatGPT
That's
too.
so funny. So people, when she's saying this, think of things that are like downsizing. When you see in groups that they're asking questions about downsizing, or what do I do with my parents? Their house is full of stuff, or we all know that as we're getting older and people we know that the older demographics owns a majority of the home ownership throughout the United States. However, when you want to age in place, most of our homes won't allow us to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why when this group started, we really are focusing on that 55 demographics and those that are aging out of their homes. So it's kind of nice when you can have to think outside the box like that. And so when you see questions like this and comments, you guys can actually start engaging and going into ChatGPT and asking it.
And I know one thing that I struggled with a lot when I started was I was like, I started when I was 19. So I was like, oh, I'm much younger than everybody who's buying a house. So I had to kind of find a way to find people who are my age to meet their parents. On you guys' end, what might be more helpful is finding someone who is in a younger demographic to help their parents. And I think that reaching out to that, like I said, 95% of people are going to be on social media. And you can also even find these people in your case on social media too, because guess what? They're on Facebook. They're checking.
Nextdoor.com is a huge one
Yes.
for, with this
Yes.
demographic.
Nextdoor.com. I love nextdoor.com.
I know.
A lot.
I do too. But
Um,
you know, thank you for that little tidbit, because it is interesting. We can all be engaging because I always talk to you guys about, you got to go in with your hand up. How can I help you? What can I help you with? Rather than your hand out, how am I going to sell your house? What am I going to do to sell your house? Or why not hire me? Help them, even if it's not a question that's dealing with the real estate specific. But what she said is so valuable. She's giving valuable information. And even though she may not know about it, she does know somebody that can help within that. And we all do by networking, but I love
and
it.
even if it's not a real estate related question, sometimes people who are going through these local groups are also looking for real estate agents because they don't live in the area yet. So they will see your name continuously pop up. My friends make fun of me because they are in the groups and they will say, no matter what, without fail, I go on Facebook once a month and I see Rachel in every single comment section and I don't know how.
I don't know
So
if you realize, but in Facebook, people, if you don't see it, you are getting points. Every time
yes,
that you comment, every time that somebody gives you a thumbs up, a heart, you get so many points, and your points exacerbate on that.
yep.
Remember that when you are engaging, and positive engagement, because when you've got positive engagement, you have more points.
Yep. Another thing with this that I do want to talk about is in general, this is a way to form leads, but your follow-up is much more important because if you don't ever reach out to these people again, they are going to disappear. What I have found to be the most helpful, like I said, I've gotten a lot of vendors off of it. And actually today, funny enough, one of my photographer friends that I made off of Facebook, and she was my preferred photographer for my real estate stuff. She called me today and she said, hey, I think but we're going to be selling our house and we want to use you. And I was like, oh, that's great. Awesome. And she said, yeah, well, I just feel like I know so many real estate agents and I actually feel like we are friends. And so with that, keep on texting these people, keep on talking to them, say, hey, how are you doing? It doesn't even have to be, hey, just checking in or you still want to sell your house. Be a person. People like people. They don't like robots. Also, it's also really important to understand, and I had put this in here too, your business isn't for everybody. So for your demographic that you're trying to go into, research that demographic and see where they are at the most. Don't just go into a random place like TikTok and try to expect, I don't use TikTok unless I'm trying to get another agent in. Because I'm not seeing many people who are ready to buy searching on TikTok. That's just not going to happen. So search for where your demographic and what you're trying to target is. And that kind of goes into finding what your niche is too. Another way that you can use this for social media, and this is just in general, I use it for my review.
Can you put your thing on presenter full screen mode just because we're seeing the whole Canva? Sorry, I didn't even realize it until just now.
Is it not on full screen mode?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
No, it's just showing the
No, not, yeah, it's showing the
showing the
Canva.
web page.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
screen paused. Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Is that fixed?
Yes,
Yes,
perfect.
thank you.
I'm sorry, it must have switched. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so this is another way that I was talking about for using it for social media. Obviously, you can use it for reviews. People see your reviews. I pin all of my reviews. Sometimes actually, I believe that my team lead should be on this call and she will share my reviews. So people will share it. Everybody who likes you will share it. My mom shares all of mine. Infographics, I actually put my infographics for my market updates into the local groups sometimes. I'll even sometimes make a Canva thing that's like, Happy Memorial Day, and I'll put that into the local groups. Whatever you can do to, like, when they open the screen, I want the first thing they see to be me. I've been slacking on it recently, but this is my general plan for things. Infographics also, don't try to be boring about it. Like I said, videos are really important. So people are really watching videos now. If you're just putting something out there and they're like, hey, here's your market update, and nobody cares, they're scrolling past it. That's it. So make videos. They're so easy to do. You just put the camera in front of you and just start talking. That's it. I also like to keep up with trends. So I also will sometimes try to target people who are around my age group because they're going to be buying later on. So for this one specifically, I made a phone that had Tinder on it. I put a house on it, and I was like, it might be time to swipe right on your landlord, on your dream home, and ghost your landlord. So that way, people who were following me from school, they saw it and they were like, oh, this is hilarious. So sometimes I go in and I find something that's a trend. Now, I think I did one with my referral group, and there was this TikTok trend that was going around, and we were like, I'm a real estate agent. Of course we do blank. And we all did one. And we posted that when you do things that are going on trends, you'll get people who are not usually part of your demographic, but they might know someone who is. But for the most part, that is my this is my Q&A time. I made a shorter presentation. I can elaborate on anything that you need.
Well, I definitely told people that you are going to be having the Canva session. But
yeah.
I noticed that we had something about AI. Do you do anything with AI? And
Yes.
so tell us a little bit about that as well.
So actually, ChatGPT is AI. So
Okay.
it's just a form of AI, and that's where I come in and I use ChatGPT. It's literally a mini AI text simulator. And I can ask it pretty much anything. If I say, for example, write me my email, write me my caption, write me my grocery list, it'll give me that. If you're talking about wanting to do AI for photos or anything, you can do that on Canva, but I believe you need Canva Pro. I did not bring that into here only because I know sometimes you don't want to spend money on things, and I wanted to use mainly things that were going to be, I can implement this now and I don't have to put money towards it.
Are there some tricks and tips to when you are presenting certain maybe graphics that you want to stay away from, and like style of lettering that's less or more?
So typically what I do, and let's see if maybe I can pull up I might be able to pull up my.
And by the way, if there is we have 27 people on this call. And out of those people, please, oh, Tony, please go ahead and open up your mic and ask her that question because that's a really good question.
Yes, I'm just curious as to how you integrate ChatGPT into Canva, or if when you get that output for your content calendar and that information, how you can import that into ChatGPT and make use of it.
Yeah, so typically what I do is, let's say, I'm gonna mess up this presentation right here. Let's say that I typed in, this is like a caption or something. I have the textbook, right? Text
Now,
box.
and by the way, you're in presenter mode, so we can't see your screen other than presenter mode screen.
Oh, goodness.
But it'll be
Hold on.
once
Can you see
there.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess it keeps going away. Okay. All right. So I would copy and paste, let's say that I'm copy and pasting this, and then I will go to my Canva and I just paste it right in there. So typically I'll write the header and then whatever text it gave me, you can just put it right in there. If I'm wanting to make something, let's say that I'm wanting to do a post for social media, then I'll just go in here for Canva and I'll type in social media. So I'll go in right here and, oh, this one's cute. Let's do this one. Can you guys still see this? Yes? Okay, awesome. And let's say I want to make this, I'm just gonna have it say Rachel. And then write me a bio about Rachel. Duh. Let's see. This, and then it's writing me a whole entire bio, but I'll just take this and I would copy it. And then I just take this text box and I paste it, and I'll just move the text box up so that people can see it. And boom, now I have something. I can move things around, but see, now it's like, oh, wow, I have an Instagram post that will tell you about myself. And that's it. So I'm just taking what
and then
ChatGPT
you would and what about like if you were going to do a video in something like that?
If I wanted to do a video, do I have any videos on here? Let's see.
So like, let's say you just walked through a house or you just met with somebody and you wanted to like tell people about a local business that you had gone to.
So what I'll usually do if I'm doing that is I record it on my phone already. So it's typically already on my phone. I'll go to this section that says videos right here. I'll kind of scroll through and be like, oh, this one looks pretty. It has the words pop up. And right here where it has the video, and I apologize, I usually do the videos on my phone. So let me figure out these really quick. There will usually be a spot that just says,
I think you have to go into upload. Yeah, you'd have to go into upload file and then take that file and drag it into there.
Do I have any videos? I don't have videos, so what I'm going to do is my phone is right next to me and I'll show you guys on my phone, okay?
Yeah.
What I would usually do is, let me open the Canva app really quick, and this is what the Canva app looks like. Super pretty, super simple.
By the way, free, F-R-E-E, free.
Yes, also free, yes.
Free version, so anybody can download it, but it's free.
Yeah.
If you use the free, okay, so if you see a logo that looks like a crown on Canva, that means that you
Don't
gotta
use that one.
That's paid. You gotta pay for that. You don't want to pay for that. You want the free. You don't want the little crown on the picture.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, no, you don't want the crown.
Yeah, don't click that one. Or you can delete whatever it is that is trying to make you pay for it. So like this is the video that I have on the screen, but I would just click it, and then there's 3 dots right here. I'll click the 3 dots. Hold on one second. I'll click at this bottom part. You see those arrows and it says replace. So I'll just go to replace. It's going to pull up my entire camera roll for you guys to see. And Then let's say I want to do this video of a bed. So I'm just going to click it and it's going to automatically replace. So I would have recorded it before, and this is one that I made for an open house.
Do me a favor, save it on there on your phone really fast so it can upload right here. And then you can show everybody kind of how you did
Let me
that.
see if I can text it to myself because I'm on a MacBook and that might work. And
Because if this is your account and you saved it, it'll refresh up here from your phone. It should, I would think.
so
The blue right down there, recent designs.
I'm on a different account on my phone. Let
got
me try to send it to myself really quick.
Okay.
Hold
And I
on.
know somebody raised their hand before, but they'll come back up and I'm sure raise their hand again.
Yeah, since I have my screen shared, you guys feel free to just blurt out my presentation's done, so you won't be being rude and I'll shut up instantly.
She's here to help us, guys. So please speak up. Oh, Tia, please open your mic. Oh, you're on mute. Thank you.
Hi, how are y'all?
I love your earrings.
Thank you. So, I got on like 3 or 4 minutes late, and I was wondering. I know you were talking about how you can have any of that stuff downstairs. How you were scheduling your post. Do you do that through Canva?
So I schedule my posts through, if I'm doing on Instagram, then if I'm logged into Instagram, am I logged into Instagram? No, this is a different account, but let's say that I wanted to, let me see if I can post anything online. Yep, create. So let's say that I want to post and select from computer. And then let's say I wanted to do this random door hanger. I'll press upload. I'll do this. I'll press, yeah, that looks about good. Next, I don't want any filters on it. I'll say, hey, hey, hey. And then I go to advanced settings. When you're on advanced settings, no. Sorry, a lot of this stuff I do on my phone, so I'm trying to figure out how I can show it to you.
Okay, so like on your phone, right?
Yeah.
There is a way to because I mean, I'm with you, Rachel.
Yes.
Like I do most of my stuff on my phone. Like even I was trying to do something with Canva today, and I was just like, I'll just do it on my phone because it was
Yeah.
just, you know, like it was just so much easier.
Yes.
So even so on your phone on Instagram, you can schedule your post.
Yes. So let's say that you're right here, and I have my Instagram hooked up to my Facebook. So whenever I post on Instagram, it just goes to my Facebook. I'm sure that you guys have seen that before.
Right.
If not, feel free to text me later on and I can show you how to set it up. But what I'll do is I'll scroll all the way to the bottom and there is a advanced settings at the bottom and you'll see this top button says schedule this post.
Okay.
And you're gonna click it, turn it on. It's gonna ask you what day you want to post it. So I'm gonna put a year from now at 12 a.m.
Okay.
Hopefully I remember to cancel it because otherwise it's just gonna be there. But I'll just hit the back button again. And
you know what you could do? You could mirror your phone to your computer if you want. Are they Macs?
Yes, but I'm not gonna do that.
You know, here, I'll show you. Look at, I'm teaching her something.
Yeah, you're teaching me. I just got a MacBook. I have a MacBook.
There's this little thing right here. If you pull down.
Okay, yeah.
This is a screen. You can do screen mirroring and hopefully your computer will come up or something.
Yeah, okay, let me try that.
I feel cool now.
You taught me something that I didn't know. Let's try this.
So I learned it today, by the way, when I was doing a presentation at an assisted living community. So that was we had a little issue with the computer.
You guys see this or
and
no?
I did it off my phone. Yeah. I
You
can
can
see
see
it
this?
says
I
create.
can't see your
Oh, no,
phone.
I can't see your phone. Oh,
Uh,
no, can't see your phone.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm having technical difficulties right now. Let me.
It's
Let's,
probably the Zoom screen share.
yeah, let me see if I will let me do that while I'm on the Zoom. I don't think it's going to let
Okay.
me. Let
Okay.
me see if I can do just my entire desktop. And let's see if that works. Is that working or no?
It's working. We can see it says Rachel's MacBook.
Yes. Yes. Okay, perfect. So I'm on my Instagram. Let's say I have this video right here. And I'm gonna go to post. I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna go to advanced settings. And there's this one that says schedule this reel. I'm just gonna press, oh, why is it getting mad at me? Hold on, let me find a different video. Start over, let's do this photo. Okay, we're gonna do this photo. And then I'm just gonna go back, do schedule this post. I'm gonna turn it off so that I can show you guys what I did, but schedule this post. Then you click whatever day. So if I wanted to post this tomorrow, and like I said, I like to look like I wake up earlier than I do, so I'm gonna put 7 a.m. And then you would go back and you just press schedule, and then it's posted and you're all set. And I'll do that a lot of times at nighttime. So like I said, I'm on my phone pretty much all the time when I'm in bed or whatnot. If I'm not doing anything, I'm typically on my phone. So it's really easy for me to be able to go onto here and just schedule it to post later on. And then about the Canva thing that I was showing is, let's say that I'm on Canva and I'll press replace and I can choose, and you guys are about to see my whole entire camera roll here, and I apologize. But I'll choose this, and this is a house video. So what I'll do is I can change what the text is. So hi there. And then when it plays, it'll kind of pop up on the screen, and then I can just save it. Does that make sense?
And I noticed there's a brand button down there. If you, because you said you like purple and you're very specific on you, how do you pop you in there?
So what I'll do is like whenever I have, and let's go back here. Let's do this one. So this was originally yellow. I think it was originally this color and I hated it. So I'll go and I'll make the purple. Or if this is white, I might even go through and just simply change the color. So I'll go right here and I'll just scroll until it's the color that I like. I just changed the color and that's pretty much everything that I do. I don't have anything populated on the brand. I probably should, but this is a different account than the one that I usually use. This is a Canva Pro account, but it's not my Canva Pro. But I will use my computer for other things. And I honestly don't use the Canva Pro options that much. I just have it just for being there. If you guys were to decide to do that, then the brands, you can choose your own colors and things like that.
Now, Abigail's iPhone is asking a question. It said, hey, Rachel, do you have to have a business page to pre-schedule posts? Can you do it from your personal page?
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick because you guys are awesome, but I don't want you seeing my personal account. So let's what's going on.
Why, thank you very much.
I'm like, oh no, they're gonna see all of the accounts that I have. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, I
But-
think it's very, I guess, Abigail, that kind of says that yes, we'll have business pages and we'll have personal pages. However, when you are posting, are you posting these to both personal and business?
So I typically, when I'm posting these, I have mine set up in an odd way for privacy reasons. Because of me being younger, I typically don't like my clients knowing when I graduated, things like that, for safety reasons. So I will usually I have my private account and then my professional account. My professional account is linked to my Facebook. So that's when I'm saying, hey, when I schedule a post on my professional account, it's always posting. I haven't personally tried to schedule a post on my personal account because I just post on it when I'm doing a simple photo of me. But I would say I don't see why you couldn't. But I would double check if you'll see the button once you go to advanced settings. If not, and if you don't have a professional page for your Instagram already as a real estate page, I 100% recommend.
Okay, the answer is yes, because I'm on my personal page right now.
Yes.
And the answer is yes. So
Yes.
on your personal page, you can, well, this one's schedule a reel. I just was like pretending to do something, but
Yes.
the answer is yes, you can.
Yeah. And I would recommend if you don't have your real estate account as a business account already, do that because it will show you what your demographics are. So it'll show you what age range you're reaching the most. It'll show you how often your things are getting seen. And it's really cool to be able to track that and to see what's working and what's not.
Is the Instagram post that you have up on your page there, is that business?
Yes, so this is my business account.
Could you show us where that is in here? We're getting a little more information than we were supposed to today, which is great. But where can you find that information of like tracking of some stuff that you're talking
So
about?
let me share my screen one more time, so that way I can, I'm technically not logged into this right now.
Got it.
And I apologize, I keep on
Right.
having
So,
issues.
got it. So,
But, well, hold on one second. Give me, oh, no, 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 no. Hold on. I'm trying to get my phone set up on these.
so for those of you that are targeting or working with the aging demographics, it's a great idea for you to think about the stuff that we're struggling with. Go on to Google. I know I've told you this, and like just Google whatever it is that you want to know and see what the top questions are. Whatever those top questions are on Google, try to help people answer them when you're doing
Yes.
videos.
Yes, that is also something that I'll do sometimes. Are you guys seeing my screen still?
Yes, yes. we are.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you can see my phone and everything. So you see where it says professional dashboard?
Yes.
I'll click that and I'll say, okay, this is my demographics. Half of them were not following me, and then the other half was. And
Wow.
then, okay, awesome. They're not liking it as often, but they are still seeing it, and that's great. And then it'll also show me, oh, maybe this month I didn't post as much because I've been super busy. So I didn't get as much engagement on my posts. It'll show me what my top content was. So I'll do outfit of the days because why would I not? I have really pretty outfits when I'm doing my job. And then my under contract got a whole bunch of things. My house tours get a lot. And the least amount of impressions was my post about doing this class.
Wow.
Rude.
So I could see for all of us on here or maybe doing some tours of assisted living communities.
Yes.
If you
Or-
are an OT or a PT,
Yes.
you should be catching you working out with or helping your clients with stuff because I know
Yes.
we have a lot of mixture of real estate agents that are OT PT that have that background, or if you have that medical background, start showing and glorifying what you're doing, like Rachel's been doing. Just flip it around into what we do.
And another
Rachel's
thing too,
Target's different, but our
yes,
Target is vast, you guys. You guys don't
yes.
understand that.
And the house tours for me do so good because even if I'm not getting something right there, the honest truth is that most agents are going to let you market their house. Most new construction places are going to let you market their house because it's marketing and it's free, and they're going to say, yeah, come on in my house and film it.
Okay,
So
think of the 55 plus communities.
yes, so
Think of all your networking events that you guys are
yes,
attending. That should be stuff that you guys should be putting into a Canva or the template that she was showing us on Instagram, and then ChatGPT something about that event or whatever
yes.
it is, and then throw it up there.
So yes, so like even for this is a house tour that I made through Canva. I put the video in there and I added the text and, oh, it's so cute. This is the cutest house ever. It was one of my favorites. But I use ChatGPT for the caption. And this is all for areas. And at the end, if you're doing this and somebody else is the listing agent, please give them credit. I will actually do this as something for every open house that I do. So when I do open houses, I will say, hey, by the way, I'm going to be making a video while I'm there. I am more than happy to send you a copy of it once I'm done. But just to give you some extra exposure, then I'll post it and tag you in everything. So that's something that I do. One, it makes agents think, wow, they are killing it at doing their open houses. And then two, they're probably going to ask you to do even more open houses for them.
You know, also the other thing I was thinking about how you could kind of connect with people is when you go out and you are at a restaurant, and if they have, again, I'm going to go back to like the older demographics, but if they have like a early bird special or a dinner or something that's for the 65 or the 60 and older crowd, put that out there. Because
Yes.
people love, we all know that people love the free and the stuff that's out there. So if you can promote that and then do like what she's been talking about is putting little things on it through Canva and Instagram. I also know that Tia and Nikki have questions for you.
Yeah. Which one of you guys wants to go first? You can like just unmute.
Okay, so I'll go.
Okay.
So my question is, do you prefer doing your videos through Canva and then just uploading it, or do you make it straight from Instagram in a reel?
So I do my videos through, like I just take the video on my phone.
Yeah.
Usually I'll use iMovie because I have a MacBook, like I've said, and I'll just put I'll put the clips together. Then once I save that video with all of the clips together, I'll take that video and put it in Canva and add the words to it. I
Okay.
only use Canva to add the words. For the most part, I'm just putting the clips together and then taking it and putting it in Canva. You can add the clips in Canva too, but it's just annoying and sometimes Canva's laggy.
Yeah, I use when I do
Yeah.
CapCut, and then
Yes.
I'll put it on like the reel like that, but I didn't know if it was more advantageous to like use the CapCut, then
Yes.
put it in Canva and then upload it,
So
because
I like CapCut if I'm wanting to make it a super fancy video, like transitions and all that different stuff. I don't use CapCut if I'm just doing Instagrams and TikToks because for the most part, I've found that they don't do as well. I've found that when I edit it less, it looks more raw, and that is really what our digital stuff is going towards. That's why videos of people talking is doing so good, because they're liking more of that. Hey, it's not edited. Hey, it's not Facetuned. Hey, it's not this. So we're doing more of less editing than I was doing in the beginning.
Well, that makes sense actually. For your Instagram
so
reel
with the
that you're
movie
talking
thing,
about?
Yeah.
so with the movie thing, you just put it in there, and then so you're saying like
Yeah,
with
I mean, you can
iMovie,
do
you
that in
just
CapCut too.
yeah.
Just don't put any transitions and stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, for those people that don't want to do video because they may not
Yes.
be comfortable with it, in Instagram, you can upload as a reel 5, 7, 10 still shots. Click the reel button and add music to it, and it looks like a video for the people watching it.
I will also say something that I do. If you guys end up going on my Instagram, you'll notice that none of my videos actually have my face in it. I make them all my back camera, it's the house tour, and then I use the microphone and voice it over. So I'll voice mine over a lot, so you still get that personalness, but sometimes I'm just not looking my best, and that's the end of it. I just don't want to put my face on there.
That's good to know. That is because a lot of people are camera shy, you know?
Yeah, I still, when I was getting ready for this, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be on the camera, but it's
Well, I thank you so much. I really do, because it's huge. And by the way, when Tia was talking about, you know, certain things about the way it's cut and about certain frames and how it's done, you were showing us your Instagram back end, and you're showing us which ones did well. And you're like, and then the one tonight didn't do so well. That was a still shot. It wasn't moving. It wasn't talking. So
Yes.
there goes exactly what you're saying. And it's like a concrete thing of like, hey, that is, you know,
Yeah.
that is the
Right
case.
now videos are really big. Another thing that I have found that helps me is when you're doing hashtags, don't make it real estate, like don't make it general. I have found that if I just make hashtags of every single city that's around me and around the house, it does much better. So for me, I am in Charlotte, so I'll do Charlotte, then I'll do hashtag Charlotte NC, and then I'll do hashtag NC, and then I'll do hashtag CLT, and then I'll do hashtag CLT NC, and I'll just go through every single city and every abbreviation for it.
Right.
And funny enough, there's a
see,
Union County in New Jersey too, so I tag both Union County, New Jersey and North Carolina, because New Jersey's moving here a lot.
Wow, that's a great idea. So Tammy has a question, and it was actually a direct message. Do you voice over after it's all finished? And how do you?
Yes. So, oh goodness, hold on. Let's see if I can.
Because, you know, we've got about 10 more minutes with you, and I'm
Yeah.
going to milk it all for what it's worth to get out of what we can. And if there are more questions, please either put up your hand. Yes, Lori, she's going to tell us how to do a voiceover right now.
Let me share my.
And if there are questions, please, I urge you to raise your hand, drop them in the chat box.
And okay, let's do this. Sorry, my phone's popping up onto the thing. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna make a video together. Let's say that I want to do a reel. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so then that's a video. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the volume. I want it to be muted completely, because then I'm gonna press this button that says voiceover, and I'm just gonna go, hey guys. And then I can even click this and I can add effects to it if I want it to sound stupid. So let's do this. And hey guys, see, it's voiced over. And you can add effects to it, or you don't have to add effects to it. It's completely up to you. But you just take your video, you put it in Instagram. You can film multiple clips if you want. And then after you have all your clips in, then you will just press the voiceover button.
So I take it that this has more features to be able to do, and you can still upload to Facebook. You wouldn't be able to do this in Facebook.
So usually what I'll do, and this is just a thing for me, is I believe that you can post the videos and stuff on Facebook if you go to Facebook stories, but usually I found it's easier for me having my Instagram and my Facebook linked. So that way, just whatever I voice over is just already on there. And then if I want to share it to my personal Facebook account, I will just share the post. And it's just easier that way. That way you're not trying to, it's important when you're doing this to not get down a rabbit hole. Because if you spend all of your time that you could be reaching out to people, finding people to work with, trying to figure out how can I make this one video on Facebook, it's gonna get really confusing and
And time consuming.
you're gonna waste more time than you could just going and making it as simple as possible.
Okay, well, I know we're wrapping up here, but I want to know if there's any questions, any more questions, anything else that anybody wants to know, because we've had some great ones. And
I have one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I've actually found really helpful. I don't know if anybody else says voiceovers, but these wireless microphone things,
Yes,
they work really. You probably already use it, Rachel, but they're really good for like background noise, like because my phone kind of sucks when it comes to like just me talking into it. So this makes it really helpful, and it makes my voice like really clear when I'm doing voiceover.
yes.
I think they're on TikTok and they're everywhere, but they're really inexpensive. So
I also, you reminded me of this. If you guys are looking for a video idea just right off the bat, it might be helpful for you guys to get one of those microphones and ask people in 55 and up communities, like where are they going when they're doing their shopping? Ask other people around those ages in those communities, hey, when you're going shopping, like where do you prefer to go? Things in the area, so that way people are hearing from the neighborhood. Another thing that you could end up doing is if you guys want to make a relocation guide, but specifically targeted to your demographic. For mine, my relocation guide has hairstylists and nail techs and all this different stuff. But you guys can put other things.
yeah, we have a whole list of people within our networking that we're doing between elder law attorneys and social workers and nurses, OTs, PTs, home health care. So that's a great idea. Do you have something like that? Well, we're going to have you back for a Canva class, because people want to know how to do newsletters. And then I'm thinking about if you did that brochure that you're talking about, do you do it in Canva? That brochure you were just talking about?
Yes, my brochure is in Canva. I'm gonna put this in the,
And if you can give everybody your information so they know where to contact you if they have any questions. It is recorded, so if you came on late or you dropped off or you caught part of it, we'll post the recording tomorrow. But Rachel, we would love to have you back so you can kind of
I would love to be back and answer your questions. I put in the
so
chat.
much, so many things we would love to
Oh,
learn.
hold on, it went to Morgan by herself. Hold on one second. Let me put this in the full chat.
And I know Nikki's got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
No, I didn't. I just accidentally hit the button.
she just wanted to say hi.
I put in the chat, that is my link tree. So it's just a website that has a whole bunch of links. It has my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, I believe. It also has, I think it has my email and everything like that in it too. You can also, it has a link to my relocation guide and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's a KV Core landing page. So don't try to click that unless you want to give me your information, and I will send you emails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that's something that we'll talk about, that relocation
Yes.
page, because that we need stuff like that on our end. It would be great if we had a resource guide, because we are,
Yes.
that's one of the biggest things that we do, is we are a great resource. I always tell people, I go, we're the PTA of our community, right? We are the person that helps all of the people in our community, whether it be childcare or a soccer coach up to, home health care. So
Yes. And I think another thing to remember too is not all of the stuff that I talked about today needs to be used in social media. I just use it in social media because that's what I know best. you can use this to make flyers or make postcards or make things to go door knocking with. Or even if you want to make a little pop by box for expireds, you can use ChatGPT to write it up and then you know what to put in the pop by box. So it's not something that needs to only be used in social media. If that's going to be something that sends you down a rabbit hole, just use it to implement in ways that make your life easier. Don't try to make it harder.
Yeah. And this definitely streamlines it. Really. It learned a lot of valuable lessons here. Rachel, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it, but we are going to have you back in September. So I'll
Right.
put you and I'll chat on the
Yeah,
side
just
and then we'll figure
workplace.
out. Lori, you're so welcome. We got people in the chat.
Thank you guys for having me too. It really means a lot. So
You know, I appreciate it. I just think it's so important for us to keep educating ourselves. And,
yes,
you know, as we get older, it's harder to navigate things and new things come out and it's a little overwhelming. But when we have someone like you that can come in and we're like, oh, I got you because I grew up in this. And you point it out so very like perfectly for us to understand. And you're like, oh, I got this. And then I was able to show you mirroring. You know,
yeah.
it's
You
nice when
taught
you
me how to
can.
share my screen.
It's nice when you can cross everything
So
over.
we're learning together. So there's still some things that I don't know because I'm a new MacBook user. So this has been a little bit difficult for me too. I got a MacBook in January and I still haven't figured out how to use it quite yet.
So Daniel says thanks for the education. And
Thank
Tony
you
says, yeah.
guys. And thank you, Tony, and everybody else. Thank you,
So,
Brad.
so appreciate everything that you and YPN does for our company. I mean, it really is a collective thing as all of us together are working to make ourselves better,
Yeah, I think
Oh.
actually our other state leader is in here too. North Carolina is a new chapter for YP. So this is something where we haven't had a North Carolina chapter and it's been awesome. We're doing our first launch event. So it's really been a great thing to be able to be a part of something like this. I was at
Our YP, it's exploding. It really is.
yes,
And I'm
I
really
was
excited.
with other like companies and things like that and talked with so many of them. And this is the first time I've been like, oh my gosh, we have a young professionals group. How can I get involved?
Well,
So
I just feel like all of us can get involved in various aspects in
yes.
something that we really love. But when we all learn from each other, it makes it even better. That's all
Yes.
it does. But we will have you back. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.